Libra, thanks for joining me for the January of 2019 already. Taroscope with Animal Totem. 2019 year ahead readings will be available for a few more weeks because this is a general reading. If you want to get something that's just about you, you can order that. It's always very popular and I get a lot of good feedback about it. A little bit of astrology, psychic tarot, animal totem. Today we're going to use the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards as always, and then we're going to pull a card from the, that's the Rock and Roll Tarot, excuse me, and then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. These are both my own creations and you can find out more information about them on the website. If you're a Patreon subscriber, we're also going to pull a bonus card from the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed this month. I thought this was an appropriate choice since people are setting their course for the new year in January. There's eclipses this month, lots to talk about, everybody, so let's go ahead and get started with the reading. This is the reading for Libra for January of 2019. If I said 18, then it's 19. It's right in front of me there. But you know how it is. Those first couple, like in the old days when you wrote checks out, you'd always be writing the wrong year in your checks for a little while. Okay, here is the cards for Libra. Now, these eclipses, they're not in your sign, but I have to say they're important to everybody. The first one is going to be a new moon eclipse, so it's new beginnings, and that's going to be occurring on January 5th in the sign of Capricorn. That's a square to your sign, so that can have some effect. This is for Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, by the way. Next, we're going to have a full moon eclipse in Leo. Now, we've been having a lot of eclipses in Leo. I think for many people, this is going to be the thing that finally finishes off the cycle that we've been in for the last couple of years. So that's something to think about and look into here. Okay, the very first card out is the King of Swords. So whether you're male or female, this is you. I don't use gender in these general readings, although if you got a private reading, the gender would apply. In the minor arcana, the court cards, the knights, the kings, queens and kings and so on. So this is you, most likely you, air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It also can be somebody else, and I feel like it is somebody else. I feel like many of you are going to meet a fellow air sign in this month of January, maybe even an Aquarius, because we are moving into Aquarius. This is nobody that you've known from the past. The Six of Cups in reverse tells us it's not somebody from the past, it's going to be somebody new. And the Ace of Cups tells us that you guys hit it off, you might fall in love. I knew that we were falling in love. The things I've been thinking of. We're together every single day. Do I did it done, I'm hers. She's mine. That's what I'm hearing, that when bells are gonna chime. We're together nearly every single day. That's the part that really came through. We're together nearly every single day. So I feel like whether it's a lover or friend or whoever, you're going to become fast friends. You're going to be together every single day. And it's not anybody from the past. What is that song? Do I Diddy? Is that the name of it? I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't matter. We're together nearly every single day. For some of you, it could be somebody that you're together near, like a coworker or something. Like, we've been together, we've known him for years, and all of a sudden, what? This is weird. Like, the relationship changes. That it's not, it's definitely different from the past. So this isn't an ongoing thing. This is something new on some level. It could be, Ace of Cups isn't always your lover. It could be a new creative endeavor. It's a lot. It could be a lot of things. It's all good, though. It's heart opening. It's love bliss. It's fantastic. Stress is going to be leaving you, and you're going to start to feel, this is the stress leaving you, and you're going to start to feel really empowered this month. I think, I always look at what the Magician points at. He's pointing up here at this leaving the past behind thing. So I think for many of you, it's kind of like, you're free to be free, or you're free to be yourself. Like, some of you might be ending a relationship. This came up in another thing, but that happens after the first of the year. A lot of people stay together for the holidays, and then they're just like, I'm out of here. So you might be just saying, you know what, I'm out of here. I want a new thing. Maybe some of you have already have your eye on somebody else, and you're like, I want to be with them, and I'm going for it, you know. You're going for it no matter what it is, and you're feeling very empowered, and nothing's holding you down. Now I'm hearing that other oldie. Gonna break my stride, nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta keep on moving. It's a kind of a polka. Nobody gonna break my stride. It's got that upbeat. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of songs today. But that's how you feel. Like nobody's gonna break your stride, nobody's gonna slow you down. You know, you're moving forward, you're going for it. And I think for some of you, you were held by a money situation. You know, it could be a job. Maybe your job sucks and you want to leave, you know, but you're like, oh, I can't afford to leave till after the first of the year. Or maybe it's just like, oh, I can't afford to live on my own. I need the dual income from my last relationship. And then you're just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Maybe if I have to downsize a little, if I have to tighten my belt, because this belt's really, I might have to tighten my belt a little, but it's just not worth it anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're feeling very empowered. These eclipses can eclipse people out of your life, and the full moon eclipse is on the 20th or 21st, depending on your location. That could be happening, but it's for the best. It's long overdue. You got these couple of sword cards here, but they're all in reverse. These swords are being lifted. You're being liberated. You're being liberated. Yeah, that's going to be your thing. That's going to be your title. Liberation is yours. Because you're not being liberated, you're doing it yourself. Liberation is yours. You're being liberated. You're focusing and you're doing what you want to do. You're more empowered than you've been in a very long time. That's what I'm really hearing, Scorpio. I mean, Libra. It's funny I said Scorpio, so maybe there's a Scorpio involved, or maybe there's something going back to the time of Scorpio in November. That this is culminating right now for some of you. The decision's made, and it looks like the Queen of Pentacles may be making the decision. Male or female, could be an Earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. We will be in the sign of Capricorn, and we're having a new moon eclipse in Capricorn on the 5th, which is Earth. We're also going to be in the sign of Capricorn until roughly the 21st, or you know, when we move into Aquarius. The thing that gets me about this, I feel like she's making the decision. He or she. I'm going to say she, but as you know, it could be either. They're making the decision that allows you this empowerment. It coincides with this empowerment. They corrected me. Coincides. And there's this Ten of Swords in reverse. There's some pain. There's some hurt. But she's not looking at that. She doesn't care. She's looking at this, and she's making he or she's making their decision based on this. So, if you had a bad time at your old job, or even if you got fired, I feel like some of you, you left on bad terms. Either you got fired, or you're like, you can't fire me, I quit, I'm out of here. Or maybe, I feel like that you view this as here's what I feel like. This is what I'm getting. I feel like you view this as a failure that you're trying to hide, or you don't want, but they know about it and they don't care. It's not a deal breaker. So they're not looking at that aspect. They're not looking at what you did at your last job. They don't care if you're kind of a wreck because you just came out of a relationship. They're looking at your performance right here. This is what she's aligned with the Emperor. I mean the Magician here. So she's basing her decision about you on this. I feel like many of you are going to get a new job or something, or maybe even get into a new apartment or something. If you was like, well, I'm breaking up, I'm going to have to find a new house. Then you might say, well, everything was in my husband's name for all these years. They don't care. They're looking at you for you, no matter what the extenuating circumstances are. That's what this is. This is like, you know, this extenuating. They see this. So just be that. Focus on the Magician. Be the Magician. Be in that zone. And you will move mountains. You will do whatever you need to do, because it's your time. It's time for you to take the reins in your life too. That's definitely a thing that came through super strong. Okay, hey Libra, what is the animal totem for Libra? Real quickly, this is all my stuff. You can find it on the website above or below. Please do check it out if you'd like to subscribe. You can check it out below if you, on the corner there, if you can't find me on YouTube. There's a lot of tarot readers anymore. Lots of them. And I appreciate those of you who are with me from the beginning and are still with me. I really do appreciate you. But what is our animal totem? The fox. The fox is saying you got to be a little shifty. You got to be a little foxy. Fox on the run. You're screaming, everybody comes a-running, hey. Sly, sexy, charming, shapeshifter. Elevated sense of smell, acute hearing, mediumship. Camouflage, retreat, insulate, survive. Keep to yourself till you know who to trust. You know, the keeping to yourself part. The magician is very much, he stands alone on his card. You might have to stand alone for a minute here, Libra. And I know you don't like that. You like to be in the partnership. You are the sign of the partnerships. But a new partner is right around the bend if you don't already have him in your scope. He's right close by here. But, yeah. Maneuvering. Like you're maneuvering. And that's not usually a Libra thing. You're so open and trusting and stuff like that. But this is a case where you may have to be a little bit discretion. Discretion is the better part of valor. Is that what they're saying? Something like that? Yeah, you might have to use a little discretion. So, if this could apply too if somebody's having an affair. Like maybe somebody's not completely free yet. I mean, I'm not judging, whatever, you know. But maybe like you're going through divorce, but you're still married, so you may have to be discreet in that effect. You may be looking for another job, and you might have to be discreet about that because you don't want your current employer to find out. But discretion is so super strong with this card. Discretion is the better part of valor. Okay, hey Libras, I think I might have called you Scorpio a couple times, but it's definitely the reading for Libra. Scorpio, again, might be involved in some weird way. Lots of ways that can happen. If you're a Patreon subscriber, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the map cards that are awesome and cool. Please do check out all my wares. By doing so, that helps keep this channel going for all these years. I appreciate those of you who've been with me, like I said, all these years. And I look forward to doing the readings into 2019. I have a great month of January, eclipse season. Remember, your love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you.